quadrilaterals. Okay, so in today's class we will see about maths, that is understanding quadrilaterals. Okay, so understanding quadrilaterals, in the topic only we have the solution, that is understanding. We are understanding about the topic quadrilaterals. Okay children, so you know the quadrilaterals. What is a quadrilateral? Okay, so it is a four-sided figure and it is a plane figure. It is a four-sided polygon. Okay, so in your textbook they gave from the beginning, that is from the small concept itself. Okay, so it is a plane figure. Okay, we are drawing it is in a plane surface. Okay, so you read in your earlier classes that is a curves. Okay, is it right? So open curves and closed curves. So we can draw a curves in a plane surface. Okay, we can draw a curves and straight lines in a plane surface. Okay, so see, this is a curve. Okay, this is a curve and we are closing this curve. Okay, so this is a closed figure. Closed figure. If you are not closing this curve by using a straight line, we are not closing this, means that we can say it is an open figure. So we are closing the curve, means that is a closed figure. So is this a polygon? No, this is not a polygon. So they are mentioning, that is we are defining a polygon, that is the sides which is having only the straight lines. The sides of your polygon is only having the straight lines. Okay, so any common closed figure, but not a curves in that. Okay, so any common closed figure, so composed of only line segments. Okay, so only line segments. Okay, so the starting polygon, which is the least number of sides of your polygon, is three-sided polygon. We have a triangle. Okay, that is a three-sided polygon, that is triangle. So the classification of polygons. Okay, so let us see the classification of polygons. Polygons can be classified into various types on the basis of their sides, number of sides and number of vertices. Okay, so now let us see sides. Okay, sides and vertices. Number of sides. See, three-sided polygon. Three-sided polygon. We can name it as triangle. Okay, you know the figure. Okay, the figure. Figure. See, let us start from here. Okay. Sides. The least number of sides is three-sided polygon. See, if two lines are there, means we can't join. We can't have a closed figure by the two lines. If you are having three line segments, we can have a closed figure. So it is the least number of sided, that is polygon. Least number of sides, it is having a polygon, that is triangle. Okay, a polygon is having least number of sides, that is triangle. Is it right? Okay, so then that is figure. Okay, so we can draw a figure here. So this is a triangle. Okay, can you able to see now children? So this is least number of sided polygon and the name of the polygon. What is the name of the polygon? This is triangle. Triangle. Okay, so how to find out the angles, the sum of the angles of a polygon. How to find out the sum of the angles of a polygon? We know that is sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Is it right? The sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Okay, so angle sum of a polygon. Angle sum of a polygon. Okay, so angle sum of a polygon. Okay, so how to find out the angle sum of a polygon? See, you know this sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Okay, so that is 180 degree. Okay, see here 180 degree, and then we have a four-sided polygon. So four-sided polygon, we can say that is a quadrilateral. Four-sided polygon it is a quadrilateral. Okay, so in a quadrilateral we have so many types of quadrilaterals. Let us see later on this. Okay, so after seeing this concept we can move on to the types of quadrilaterals in our next class. Okay, so now four-sided polygon. So four-sided polygon we can draw a square. Okay, we can draw a square. So the name of this polygon is square. The name of this polygon is square. So how to find out the angle sum of a polygon? Okay, angle sum of a four-sided polygon. So here we want to draw a line that is diagonal from a vertex. Okay, we can form a two triangles in this. Okay, so here we have two triangles in this by forming of a diagonal. Okay, so here we have two triangles. So 2 into 180 degree. We know the sum of the angle of a triangle. Sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. The measure of the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. We are adding. Sum of the angle means we are adding three angles of a triangle. That we can say it is a 180 degree. Okay, so as the same here also we are having the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree into 2. So how many triangles are there in here quadrilateral? We have two triangles in here quadrilateral. So the sum of the angles of the triangle is 180 degree. So here we have two triangles. So 2 into 180 degree. So 2 into 180 degree. So here we have a three-sided polygon. In this we have only one triangle. So 1 into 180 degree. Okay, we can write like that. Okay, then we have five-sided polygon. Okay, so the five-sided polygon, 5 line segments are joining together and we get five-sided polygon. So here we can take any one of the vertices, okay, and we can draw the diagonals from that vertex. See, we have to draw like this. So now we have how many triangles here? How many triangles here? See, one triangle, second triangle and third triangle. So in here five-sided polygon we have three triangles. In here five-sided polygon we have three triangles. The name of the five-sided triangle, five-sided polygon is pentagon. The name of the five-sided polygon is pentagon. Okay, so in a pentagon, how many triangles are there? How many triangles are there? So 3 triangles. So we can write 3 into 180 degree. Okay, so the angle sum of your polygon of five-sided polygon, angle sum of your five-sided polygon is 3 triangles is there in the pentagon. So we can sum, that is we can do the 3 into 180 degree. We get the angle sum of a five-sided polygon. Okay, and then six-sided polygon. Okay, six-sided polygon. So 6 line segments, 1, 2, 3 and 4, then 5 and 6. So how many vertices are there? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 vertices are there. Is it right? Okay. So here also we are taking one vertex and we are taking here, that is vertex, and we are drawing the diagonals from this vertex to the opposite vertices. Now we are having 4 triangles in a six-sided polygon. What is the name of the six-sided polygon? Hexagon. 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 Okay, six-sided polygon. The name of the six-sided polygon is a hexagon. Okay, so here in a hexagon, how many triangles are there? By drawing a diagonals of a six-sided polygon, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 triangles are there here. Okay, so we can write how to find out the sum of the angles of a six-sided polygon. How to find out the sum of the angles of a six-sided polygon. So how many triangles are there? 4 triangles are there. 4 into the sum of the angle of a triangle is 180 degree. So 4 into seven-sided polygon. So seven-sided polygon. 7, 9 segments are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So seven-sided polygon. So seven-sided polygon. The name of the seven-sided polygon is heptagon. The name of the seven-sided polygon is heptagon. Heptagon. Okay. The name of the seven-sided polygon is heptagon. Okay. So here we have to take here also the one vertex and we have to draw the diagonals. See here how many triangles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 triangles. Okay, 5 triangles in a seven-sided polygon. So what is the sum of the angles of your seven-sided polygon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 180 degree. 5 into 180 degree. Okay, so here next 8 sides. Okay, as the same 8-sided polygon. The name of the 8-sided polygon is octagon. Octagon. Okay, so in a octagon, okay, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so in a 8-sided polygon, we are taking one vertex to draw a diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how many triangles are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 triangles are there in a octagon. 6 triangles are there in a octagon. Okay, so in a octagon, how to find out the sum of the angles of a 8-sided polygon? That is sum of the angles of a octagon. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 triangles are there. So 6 into 180 degree. 6 into 180 degree. Okay, now see, we have like this n-sided polygon. N-sided polygon. The formula to find out the sum of the angles of a polygon from this. Okay, we can find out thus, and that is the formula to find out the sum of the angles of a polygon. Okay, n-sided polygon. So we have n-sided polygon. So n-gun. Okay, so we have the name. Okay, so then for this we have to write here. How to write? See, n-sided polygon. See, from here we can write. See, 3-sided polygon we have 1 into 180 degree. So 4-sided polygon we have 2 into 180 degree. So it is the sides. Okay, the angle sum of the polygon. The triangles into how many triangles is formed by a polygon and into 180 degree. So this polygon, the triangles which is forming in a polygon, that triangles which is less than 2 of the side of the polygon. Is it right? See, 4 minus 2 we have 2, 3 minus 2 we have 1 and 5 minus 2 we have 3. So 6 minus 2 we have 4. Okay, and 7 minus 2 we have 5. So 8 minus 2 we have 6. Is it right? So n-sided polygon we have n minus 2. We get the triangles. How many triangles is forming in a nth triangle? Okay, n-sided polygon. So we have that is n minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay, so from this what we can conclude here? What we can conclude? That is therefore the angle sum of a quadrilateral. The angle sum of a polygon, not only a quadrilateral. The angle sum of a polygon. Okay, the angle sum of a n-sided polygon. So children, the angle sum of a n-sided polygon. The angle sum of a n-sided polygon is. Okay, so what is n-sided polygon? Is n minus 2 into 180 degree. So from this we can conclude, okay, you know the size of your polygon and you know the name of the polygon and you know how to divide the triangles in a polygon. Okay, so we can divide that and we want to find out the angle sum of a n-sided polygon. Okay, so that is the formula is n minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay, that is given in your textbook. Let us find one example for this. See, that is exercise 4.1. So in the fourth question, that is given like this. Okay, so here that is find out seven-sided polygon. The angle sum of a seven-sided polygon. Okay, the angle sum of a seven-sided polygon. That is n minus 2 into 180 degree. What is n equals to 7? So here 7 minus 2 into 180 degree. So that is 7 minus 2, 5 into 180 degree. So what is the answer? Okay, so 0, 8 5s are 40, 0, balance 4, 5 ones are 5, 9. So 900 degree. So therefore the angle sum of a seven-sided polygon. What is the seven-sided polygon? What is the name of the seven-sided polygon? What is the name of the seven-sided polygon? Heptagon. Okay, so the sum of the angles of a seven-sided polygon, that is heptagon, is 5 into 180 degree. See here in your table we did not. So 5 into 180 degree, that is equals to 900 degree. Okay, that is 900 degree. Okay, so like this we are using the formula. The sum of the angles of the n-sided polygon is n minus 2 into 180 degree. By using this formula, we have to find out the sides of, that is angle sum of a polygon. Angle sum of a polygon. Okay, children. Okay, so in that you have 8-sided polygon and 10-sided polygon and n-sided polygon is also there. So n-sided polygon, we have to write this formula only. Okay, children, understood? Okay, so then we move on to the another concept. The angle sum property is over. So diagonal. What is mean by diagonal? So that is the opposite vertices. It is a line segment which connects the non-consecutive vertices. What is mean by the word consecutive? What is mean by the word consecutive? So what is mean by the word consecutive? The word consecutive means the following. Okay, the following numbers. Okay, the following. See, now we have a quadrilateral like this. It is a square. I think it is a square. Okay, are you able to see it is a square? If it is in any shape, you think it is a square. Okay, so now here we are drawing a diagonal, that is opposite vertices. A diagonal is a line segment which joins the opposite vertices, or otherwise we can say it is a non-consecutive vertices. Okay, so opposite vertices, you know the meaning, that is this one and this one. So opposite vertices, and here also opposite vertices. Okay, but here we have a five-sided polygon. Okay, in a quadrilateral only we have four sides and four vertices. Is that right? In a polygon, in a quadrilateral, we have only four sides and four vertices. But in more than four sides and more than four vertices, we have a polygon. Is that right? So in that, how to mention that the diagonal we can draw is opposite vertices. That's not perfect. No. See here we have a five-sided polygon. Isn't it? Here we are taking one vertex to draw the diagonals. So this is also opposite. Okay, but so this is opposite, but we can say this is not opposite. Okay, it moves like this. So here we can say the diagonal is a line segment. It joins the non-consecutive vertices. What is mean by consecutive? See here, this vertex A, B, C, D and E. Here we can say A and B are consecutive vertices. vertex E is next to A. So we can say these two are consecutive vertices. But A and B are non-consecutive vertices. This is not followed by A. Okay. So this is followed by the vertex D is followed by E. Okay. So we can say the next vertices, that is A and C are non-consecutive vertices. Okay. So here we can't draw A and E is a diagonal. Why? Because this is a line segment. Is it right? So the consecutive vertices we can draw a diagonal. Okay. The non-consecutive vertices we can draw a diagonal from the vertex. Okay. Understood? So this is the word. It is correct form to write the definition of diagonals. Okay. So a diagonal is a line segment. See, a diagonal is a line segment which joins the two non-consecutive vertices. Two non-consecutive vertices. Now this and this are consecutive. Here we can't draw a diagonal. Okay. So the non-consecutive vertices. Understood now? So then we move on to the another topic. Interior and exterior of a closed curves. Okay, that is given in your textbook. You know that. Interior and exterior. See, inside the curve. So inside the closed figure you have an inside. Okay, interior, and outside the closed figure that is an exterior. Okay, so inside the closed figure you have interior. And outside the closed figure you have exterior. Okay, so these concepts are familiar to you. Is it right, children? Okay, and then we move on to the another topic: concave and convex polygons. Convex and concave polygons. Okay, convex and concave polygons. Convex and concave polygons. So you know the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Is it right? And you know the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay. And that is, we have to say this is a quadrilateral. Okay. The four-sided polygon we can say it is a quadrilateral. The four-sided polygon we can say it is a quadrilateral. Is it right? So the four-sided polygon. If the four-sided polygon, each angle of a closed polygon, which is less than 180 degree, which is one angle which is less than 180 degree, that we can say is a convex polygon. Convex polygon. Okay, and in a quadrilateral or in a polygon, one angle of that polygon which exceeds, okay, which is more than, exceeds means more than, okay, the word exceeds means more than, okay, more than 180 degree, okay, exceeds 180 degree, that is more than 180 degree, okay, more than 180 degree, that we can say it is a concave quadrilateral, concave polygon. So in this quadrilateral, which is the angle it is more than 180 degree? See, this is less than 180 degree, we know. And this also less than 180 degree, we know. This also less than 180 degree. See, inside, interior of a polygon, in the interior of a polygon, one angle which is exceeds 180 degree, that we can say it is a concave quadrilateral, concave polygon. So all the angles of your quadrilateral, okay, all the angles of your polygon which is less than 180 degree, that polygon we can say it is a convex polygon. If one angle exceeds 180 degree, that we can say it is a concave polygon. Okay, understood, children? Okay, then we move on to the regular and irregular polygons. So regular and irregular. So here regular and irregular also we can say that is by the polygon which is both equiangular and equilateral. Okay, equiangular and equilateral, but we can say it is a regular polygons. Okay, square and triangle, equilateral triangle, not the other triangles. Okay, only the equilateral triangle we can say it is a regular polygon. Okay, so square is also having all the angles let us take an example in a rectangle. In a rectangle, see here, in a rectangle, all the angles are equal. So all the angles are right angles, okay, but not the equilateral. Okay. So the opposite sides are equal, and these two sides are equal. These two sides are equal. So these two sides are not equal. So this is not equilateral. Okay, not the all the sides are equal. So we can say it is a irregular polygon. And we can say one more example, kite. Okay, so kite is also having non-equal sides and the opposite angles are equal. So that angles also not equal. So these are the examples of irregular polygon. Okay, so then we move on to the angle sum property. We saw that is angle sum property of a triangle and angle sum property of a quadrilateral. So how to find out the angle sum property of a quadrilateral? You know the formula is the triangle n minus 2 into 180 degree, or otherwise we can see by the figure. Okay, we are taking a parallelogram here. Okay, or any other quadrilateral, if it is a square or if it is a rectangle. Okay, any quadrilateral we are taking, we can draw a diagonal in it. Okay, so the non-consecutive sides, join the non-consecutive sides by drawing a line segment that we can say it is a diagonal. So A, B, C and D. We are joining AC. Okay, that is a diagonal. So here we have a angles. Angle 1, see this is angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6. Okay, so we have like this angles. So here by diagonal, we have two triangles in a quadrilateral, in a parallelogram. Two triangles in a parallelogram. So here we are having the angles. Okay, see here angle 1 plus angle 6. Okay, angle 1 plus angle 6. That we can say it is angle A. Okay, angle 2, that is angle B, plus angle C, that we can say angle 3 plus angle 4, that is angle C, plus angle 5 plus angle B, which is equals to, see angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is 180 degree, plus angle 4 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 equals to 180 degree. So 180 degree plus 180 degree, we have 360 degree. 180 degree plus 180 degree, we have 360 degree. Okay, so the proof of this quadrilateral, okay, this you see briefly in your next, that is 9th standard class. Okay, so here you have only the pictorial representation and the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral. Okay, so this is by the activity you can see. Okay, then you have a exercise problems, that is try it yourself. Write down the given here some figures, classify each of them on the basis of the following. You should classify which is a convex or concave polygons. Okay, or simple curve, closed curve, it is given in your textbook. Okay, try it yourself in your rough notebook. And how many diagonals does each of the following have? Okay, so draw the figure. The name of the figure is convex quadrilateral, regular hexagon and triangle. So how many diagonals we can draw by these figures? That is guess it yourself and write in your notebooks. Okay, then I send the